Hi, everyone. I'm Robin Sires. I lead DLA's National Cybersecurity Practice. For the next 6 minutes, we'll be diving into the NYDFS Cybersecurity Regulation Part 500. This is particularly crucial if you are in the financial services industry, also known as the covered entities in New York. The NYDFS recently released major revisions in this regulation. So it's vital to understand what's changed and what you need to do so you can stay compliant. So the key features of this amendment. A new category has been introduced called Class A companies. These are larger entities with specific additional cybersecurity requirement imposed on them. They are considered as firms with $20 million in New York revenue and 2,000 employees. There's also the Class B, or also known as non-Class A companies, that are required to comply with the core cybersecurity requirements. And there's also the small exempt companies that have partial cybersecurity mandates imposed on them. The policies now need annual approvals and must cover expanded areas like data retention and incident notification. The Chief Information Security Officer, CISO, has an even more crucial role, including timely reporting to senior governing bodies. With respect to senior governing body oversight, the board or equivalent needs to demonstrate a sufficient understanding of cybersecurity to provide effective oversight. On vulnerability management, annual penetration tests and vulnerability scans are now mandatory, along with timely remediation of those. Access and privilege management, you would need stricter controls on privileged accounts and regular reviews of user access. Your password policy, and you need a written policy that adheres to industry standards will be required. Application security procedures must be reviewed at least annually. Your risk assessment needs to be reviewed and updated annually, or whenever there is a material change to your cyber risk posture. Multi-factor authentication, MFA, is now required for accessing information systems with limited exceptions. Asset management and data retention, you need to maintain a complete and accurate inventory of your information systems. With respect to monitoring, implementing a risk-based controls and protecting against malicious code is required. Annual training is required, and it must include social engineering training, also known as red team exercises. Covered entities are required independent audits of the cybersecurity program based on their risk assessment. Encryption, you need a written encryption policy that meets industry standards with stricter rules for encryption in transit. Your incident response plan needs to address things like ransomware and recovery from backup. You also need a comprehensive business continuity plan, BCP, and disaster recovery plans. Notice of cybersecurity incident and extortion payments, you must report cybersecurity incident within 72 hours and extortion payments within 24 hours with additional reporting requirements to NYDFS. The certification process has now been revised, and you need to certify material compliance or acknowledgement of non-compliance. The enforcement is now the regulation and clarifies that what constitutes a violation, and the NYDFS has the authority to impose penalties on your organization. These changes will be phased in over the next 2 years, with the first deadline being December 1st, 2023, that has passed for reporting cybersecurity incidents. DLA Cyber has put together a 10-minute complimentary NYDFS self-assessment to help you gauge your gap and your cyber posture. The link below under my name is showing you the link to the NYDFS self-assessment. We highly recommend you taking advantage of this self-assessment. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay safe.